The ANC won every province except the Western Cape. Safe to say it isn't beaten. But is it broken? The party's campaign focused on repair.
We put on the table the question of renewal, and we expressed ourselves of changing things for the better going forward.
Its leader admits things went awry.
Corruption got into the way, patronage got into the way, and not focusing on the needs of our people got into the way.
But it's not all bad news, says one analyst.
The ANC is still appreciated for what it's done in terms of service delivery, in terms of constructing the welfare state. But unfortunately, that's where it ends.
Last June in Kwadukuza, President Cyril Ramaphosa issued a warning.
When we are disunited, when we fight amongst ourselves, abantu laba by 12 million abasapotayo bayayibuka yonke lento.
In 2014, the ANC won 65.3% of KwaZulu-Natal's votes. This year, it scored 54.7%. And in second place, the IFP overtook the DA.
What we have now is a springboard to move forward towards 2021 elections and then for the 2024 national and provincial elections again.
No doubt, the ANC won the lion's share of the votes countrywide, if just.
The voter turnout is down by a full 8%. That's a lot of voters. And if you look at the drop in ANC figures, not just the percentage, in terms of numbers, it's 1.5 million votes.
Approximately 6.4% of people who voted for the ANC nationally did not vote for them provincially.
Ramaphosa's promised to shake up cabinet.
He does consult as a president. I mean, he does. But at the end of the day, he's got to take a decision. Him. Is his prerogative, but he bounds, of course, with the party.
The president in consultation would reflect on what ministries he can pull together and whether in all ministries you might have to have deputy ministers or not.
On Saturday, Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma weighed in on her political future.
So you've got no cabinet hopes at this stage?
I never hope for anything. I'm just there till the 25th. After that, the universe takes over.
We don't apply for jobs as ministers. The president appoints ministers.
So he can fire you tomorrow?
The minister, we will not be fired. The term will have been ended. That is not firing.
With a new cabinet in the works, Ramaphosa needs to make some tough calls. The question is, will he avoid the mistakes of his predecessor?
He would disregard the flow of debates and arrive at his own conclusions.
Yes.
Contrary to what the flow of debates were.
Yes, yes.
And use that position as to summarize and then impose his own thought.
Ramaphosa's repeated promises on nabbing the perpetrators of state capture. From his first address as president,
the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture, headed by Deputy Chief Justice Judge Raymond Zondo, is expected to commence its work shortly. The Commission is critical to ensuring that the extent and nature of state capture is established, that confidence in public institutions is restored, and that those who are responsible for any wrongdoing should be identified.
To the final Siyanqoba rally before the 8th of May election.
Let there be no doubt that those who are responsible for malfeasance and also corruption will be held to account, because we have to restore the rule of law.
It's also a top priority, or so we're told, for the ANC.
South Africans want a government that works for them, that is efficient and free from corruption. They want to see an end to state capture and swift action against those responsible for wrongdoing.
I don't want any further excuses. I just want us to work and implementing our policies and doing what is right by our people.
Some in the ANC are kicking for touch.
We must not be alarmist, we must not be alarmed. We must allow that Zondo Commission to complete its work, and once it completes its work, we must comply.
The era of impunity, comrades, is over. We are now entering a period of accountability. We are now entering an era of consequence management.
Inquiry proceedings resume on Wednesday at 10, focusing on wide-scale theft at Transnet. Erin Bates, Johannesburg.